Hey YouTubers, I just got back from a short trip where I used the Mindshift gear Horizon backpack. This is part of their Rotation 180 series. I did a couple of videos of it in the past and I thought I would share a little more with you. I have a confession to make. I did pack it up. I never got out with it. It just never was convenient to do that. So what I do want to show you is what I was able to fit into this thing. And I'll warn you, when you get a backpack, if you haven't already tried one, you can easily load it up with so much gear you don't really want to carry it. So I kind of did this load out thinking of my trip that's coming up. So I put the gear in it that I thought I would want to take with me on my trip, and that trip's going to involve a plane flight. And the gear loadout is more than 20 pounds. It's probably approaching 22. If I were carrying some water, it would definitely be 22. If I were carrying the tripod with me, it's a 4-pound tripod and head that I'll be taking. It'll be closer to 26. So I think I need to reconsider my loadout, but anyway, like I said, I want to show you what I was able to get in here. So in the very top here, I'll turn this around so you can see. In this topmost pocket, I threw some random charging accessories, and in case I got out to do some astrophotography, sorry for the finger, in case I got out to do some astrophotography, a headlamp with a red LED, so I could use that. I thought this time I might hike out a bit further and try to get a shot, but as it turned out, it was full moon, and the moon set wasn't going to be until it was so late I wasn't going to do it. Like, we're talking 3, 4 in the morning. So I wasn't about to do that. So in the main compartment here, I threw in my little old school Kindle. Threw my iPad in there with a Logitech keyboard attached. And in this laptop or accessory pocket that works really well for a laptop, a 12-inch MacBook. I think that contributed to the weight, even though it's really light. The last time I loaded this thing out, I wasn't carrying all of this stuff, so I was closer to 20 pounds. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. This is the extra insert that you can get for the backpack. And I want to take my Hasselblad setup out to Kentucky for my trip. So that's what I loaded up in here. And I was kind of curious what I could get to fit. And you can kind of see how it's loaded up here. What I have in here is my 201F with a 110 millimeter f2 lens on it. This is a heavy combination. There's a lot of glass in that lens. So this is a fairly heavy setup. And I've also got the hood for that. And I've got a 60 millimeter CF lens. This is an F camera, meaning a focal plane, but it'll shoot a CF lens just fine. So this is a 60. So my lens setup is a 60 and a 110, which is a pretty good combination. Hood for that, a yellow filter, an incident light meter. Pretty much I I do incident metering all the time. A cable release, some film, and a bubble level that slides on to the Hasselblad. So all of that was in here. Took me a while to figure out that layout. I may play with it a bit more, but everything has a place, and there's kind of only one way it's going to go. One thing I realized while I was on the trip is that I wish I had made room for an extra back, but I think I can make that happen. I think this film section, I can have a back and some film in there. We'll see. We'll see if I even take the Hasselblad, because it really increases the weight of the setup. Okay, so in the main sort of the waist pack, I've got my digital stuff. And again, you can see that, you know, it's not hard, but that's kind of a drawback of this style of bag, is to get to the waist pack, you got to jack around with it a little bit. Not a major critique, just something you should know about. One thing I'll note while I'm opening this is the bag opens towards you, so this is where you would have it, which is great. You can see everything that's in here, the flaps out of the way. In this sort of little accessory pocket, I've got my, those of you who are interested in the 12-inch MacBook, the new one that has USB-C, you'll get very familiar with having to have this kind of stuff. I have an adapter for USB-C to regular old USB, and then I've got a card reader on the end of it, and a few extra SD cards. I pretty much love this lens, even though it's a adapted manual focus lens. This is my Leica 24mm Elmarit. That adds to the weight a lot. This is a pretty heavy lens. Then I've got I kind of had that padded in the top here with this extra piece of movable padding. They give you a lot of this with the bag. So I had that in place kind of over top of the camera. Here's the camera with a 55 1.8 Zeiss E-mount. And a battery pack. 2 batteries in there. And the lens hood for the Elmarit, and the 14mm Rokinon that I wanted to shoot if I did astrophotography. So that is the loadout for this bag for that particular trip. And as I said, all of this stuff added up to around 22 pounds. So a little tough to get on properly and get fitted properly without getting all sweaty. So I really need to reconsider what I'm taking on this trip and figure out how to pick just enough to get done what I want to do. Maybe I'll take the Fuji rangefinder that I showed in the last video. Maybe I'll take just one Hasselblad lens with me. I definitely won't be taking the Leica 24. I've rented from, I think it was lensrentals.com. Can't remember if it was that one or the other one. I rented a Zeiss FE 24-70 for the trip. So I'll be taking just the zoom and the 50 for low light stuff. That may reduce my weight a little bit. Anyway, I'm mumbling now and rambling. So that's what I was able to get in here. It's a little much. I don't know if I want to carry close to 25 pounds onto a plane. We'll see. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.